more than 1,600 shares of a blog post on a site that not many people read. Guy Kawasaki, one of the well-known people in the marketing world with millions of followers, shared my blog across all of his social media. I was crying in the morning when I saw that. Why would a famous person even check a small website that was a few months old? Stay tuned to know how to reach out to influencers to get such stunning results. Hi, my name is Marina Baraeva, and first let me tell you a story of how it happened, because that's the important part of how to reach out to influencers, and in the end, you will see how it all makes sense. It happened in 2015. That time, I was quite new in blogging in English and all that social media marketing stuff, and I emphasize English because I'm Russian, living in China, and even if my English wasn't bad, I worried about posting anything in English at that time because I was afraid to make a mistake. I still did many. Well, with English, I could just practice. But with learning social media, I decided to find experts who are good at that, see how they do that so I could model something for myself. One of these people was Guy Kawasaki. I was impressed how he did it. Right about that time, he released a new book, The Art of the Start 2.0, Guide for Anyone Starting Anything. It looked like a perfect edition for me. I read it and took many notes. Then I thought that if it was so useful for me, then it can be useful for others too. Also, I dreamed if people will Google Guy Kawasaki or his book, they will find my website, will see a beautiful infographic, share it everywhere, and my blog will be very famous. In fact, within the last 4 years, only a few people came from Google to check that post. It took me about a month to make it. I almost regret that I decided to do that, but I finished it. I created it with the colors and in the style of the original book. I don't think it would work if I would just do a random style there. I worried about putting an infographic together and posting it. Here's my fear of publishing anything in English, and because in every book is written something like, all rights reserved, no part of this book may be reproduced in any form without permission. So scary! I had no choice. I had to ask about the permission. It was easy to find Guy Kawasaki's email on the internet. I sent him an email saying that I liked his book and created an infographic based on that. But I'm afraid to post it because of the note in the book that nobody can use anything from it without permission. Shortly, I got a reply from Guy. Add the quote marks, so it will be clear that they are the quotes, and then you can post it. I quickly changed that, published on the website, and wrote Guy another email later evening to make sure that everything is fine. I asked to double check and included a link to a blog post with the infographic. When I woke up, I saw an email. He replied, "Thank you. All good." I opened a blog post to enjoy my latest creation, and it had more than 1,600 shares on social media. I was crying. There is one thing that Guy Kawasaki did not know for all those years. The night I published a blog post with that infographic, I sent him the last email. I decided to leave blogging after I published that last post on my site. I gave up. Because for half of the year, only a few people were coming to the site. I was so grateful for the impact that Guy did on my work and for all this learning from him, so I thought I just have to post it. Anyway, I already created it And it took me a month to do it, to come up with the idea and redesign it several times. The fact that he gently replied, shared the post, and it was rapidly spread across the web, literally changed my life. It is the reason why you watch this video today, and it led to many great accomplishments. And there were 3 big takeaways that I want you to remember. First, if you have a few visitors on the site, a few clients, or even no one yet who follows and likes your work, the only thing it means that not many people saw it. Not many people heard your message yet. What you have to say is matter. You are matter. Your opinion is important. Get it out and let everyone see that. I gave up because I thought I wasn't good enough. That no one needs that I share. No one cares. That's not true. You see how many people shared the post? It resonated with them. Even if I used other person's quotes, I did the job to put that together as I felt it was meaningful. And so you can too. The second thing, here's a formula of how to reach out to influencers with whatever experience and influencer status you have. First, pick an influencer who work you like, who you resonate with. Because you are already familiar with those people's work, so it will be easy for you to make your email feel personal. That's how to connect with influencers and often get their reply. Later, when I started my Marketing for Creatives podcast, I reached out to all of my favorite book authors, speakers, bloggers, and influencers that I wish to be connected with. And only a few said no for being a guest on the podcast or didn't reply. I use the same principle there as I share with you right now. The second step, write how his or her work impacted you and your life. Do you love their book? You love their online course? You love their speech or performance? Write that. Write what was your favorite part or how you implemented that for yourself. The person put so much work into creating that for you. Everybody likes to know that all that effort had an impact. The third one, help him or her in what they need. Look at what they work on these days. Do they publish a book or a course soon? Can you help them to promote it? Do they organize a workshop in your area? Is there anything you can assist with? What is important for them? For example, Gary Vaynerchuk is obsessed with sharing his message. He regularly documents what he does, gives tips to others, shares his experience. A few years ago, David Rock, who is also known as D-Rock, reached out to him and offered to film a short video about Gary, Clouds and Dirt. And he didn't ask about anything. Gary liked that video so much that he hired D-Rock. That's how DailyVee started in 2015. For building the relationship with influencers, it's a good start. And then the last, fourth step, if you want to have any collaborations with the influencers, up to you. You may ask a question that is interesting to you. Invite for the interview, suggest the partnership like to participate in your online summit or invite to your event so they could speak and, let's say, promote their book. Here's again very important that it will benefit them in some ways, not only you. Then you will have a big chance to make it happen. So in short, how to reach out to influencers to cooperate on a project? Start with a gratitude. Help and help some more. And then suggest a win-win collaboration. Oh, and one more important thing. I promised you 3 big takeaways from the story with Guy Kawasaki. Learn to help people without any expectations in return. not only influencers. Anyone. You don't know how it can impact someone's life. Maybe you will positively change it, like mine was. I was so grateful that guy shared my post that I asked what can I help him with. I wanted to do something to say thank you. He said, nothing. Just if that happens, share with people about canva.com. It's an online service that helps you to create graphics for literally anything. Your website, social media, thumbnails on YouTube, any print materials. Super easy to use, it's free, has a lot of templates. Just go to canva.com and you will have it all there. Guy Kawasaki became a chief evangelist of Canva in 2014. I love Canva myself and use it quite often, so all these years I recommended it every time I can, remembering that experience with Guy. He even had no idea what that small thing, like sharing my post, could lead to. There are many things that you can do for people that cost you nothing. Help them. You never know how it will come back to you. Now a question. What one well-known person would you like to collaborate with? Guy Kawasaki? Grant Cardone? Oprah Winfrey? Marie Forleo? Here's also a very important thing. When you start thinking about the possibility to work with someone, the universe starts working on making that happen. Because you let yourself even dream about that. Imagine if Oprah will give you a call right now and will invite you for her show. What would you say? Yes, maybe. What will I talk about? No, get ready for that now. So write that person's name down in the comments. And if this video brought value to you, please like it, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to get more content like this that will help you to grow your business and personal brand. Now, to learn more about influencers that will benefit your business, check the video that appears right here. When you watch it, see what influencers you can connect with and use the tactics that I shared with you today.